around so that you can put in a backsplash. You're putting in new flooring. You're trying to measure around a door. How do you do that accurately? How do you measure around the threshold? How do you measure around a door frame where you're looking to place molding? And you know, we're doing a whole lot more DIY projects at home. We just need the right tool to help us through that process. That videotape really showed you what this device is all about. It's from General Tools. It's a contour and shape gauge. Now imagine if my finger were a pipe you were trying to put tile around. Now, how deep is that area? Now you can measure it. How can you get this back to normal? Follow me down to the table, because what this is going to do is pop right back into place. While we've got a nice shot here on the side, maybe I'm putting some molding around this picture frame, but I need to know exactly how much room I have on the corner. Now I know exactly. I can measure this and know exactly what I need to do to get around here and fit that like a puzzle piece. Let's bring in our DIY representative, our DIY expert, the man that I wish was my next door neighbor. Sean Pickford is here. I keep telling him if he'll move in next to me, I'll cook. I will, all the time. Mr. Pickford, it's good to have you back, sir. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, David. So I'm in the middle of a home project. So we're redoing the master bathroom right now. So I'm really good at demolition. Now comes the construction part. So I got to work around a bunch of different things where I got to put in some tile. I got to put in some baseboard. And what am I going to do to cut the tile and everything and get it right? Well, I'm going to use my General Tools contour gauge. Why? Because as you just showed, this guy's really easy. So to use it, make sure you can read it. So I'm going to turn this right side up where it says General Tools. This could be a pipe. This is crown molding. How am I going to cut the tile or linoleum or whatever to fit around this and make it look good without making 100 mistakes? Well, it's easy. I take this guy, I push it here, and it starts the contours to the shape. So as you can see, it made the design that I need. So I take that design, I take it over here to my linoleum, I trace it out on the linoleum with a pencil. Then when I trace it out with the pencil, I go ahead and I cut it out. And then, that fast, this slides exactly into place, no gap, no issues, no frustration. Why? Because you had a professional tool that you can use at home now.
And
this is awesome.
And fits like a puzzle piece, right?
Yes, that's exactly it. So for those of you in older homes where you have pipes and stuff you have to work around, maybe you're putting in some hardwood flooring, maybe you have a stone fireplace that sticks out a little bit and you want to make the hardwood go up to it and cut it to meet the shapes. This will do that for you. It makes the jobs go so much easier when you have the right tool. So this is a great way to do those home projects. I love it because you know what? It's made my life easier. Materials are not cheap. I know I just bought a whole bunch of tile and I was like, what? So,
right.
Yeah, you look at it and you're thinking, all right, I'm supposed to be saving money. I'm doing this myself. But the materials are expensive. So I don't want to cut things 3 and 4 times and waste materials. And again, as long as you can read it, so I'm going to reset this guy here. Going to take it, and so I can read general. I'm going to push it right up against the one I just cut. Again, another pipe, different piece of crown molding here, so or door trim, whatever it might be. So this traces it out to the angle. Probably better to see it up against the white here. Then all I simply do is take it down here, put it onto the piece of linoleum or tile or wood or whatever I'm cutting, draw it out with your pencil, then go ahead and take your time and cut it out, and watch. This piece here now fits into here next to the piece I just cut over here, and I'll tilt this up so you can see it. Absolutely perfect.
It's the kind of tool that you need to be professional. Now, maybe you're putting down those peel and stick floor tiles. Those are very popular at the home stores. But then what do you do when you get to the molding, to the threshold, to where the door, what do they call them, the quarter round, all those kinds of things come in to play, and you've got to fit around those tight spaces. How do you create those cuts that the professionals do so easily? This is how you do it. You come in and let this be your guide. Take a look at our videotape again, because this really tells the story. Old pipes you're trying to get around, now just trace them out. Trace and cut.
That's it.
Thresholds, molding, door frames, it's all right there.
Yeah, it couldn't be easier. It won't allow you to make a mistake, and that's the great thing. You're not cutting 15 times to try and guess at it. You're not trying to trace it or eyeball it with your pencil. You take this, you mark it just like you're seeing there with the general tools, contour gauge. You take it to the material that you need to cut, and you cut it into that shape. So I put a piece of pipe, an angle iron here, and a piece of wood. And just to show you these different shapes, as I press down on here, this automatically transfers the shapes to the contour gauge. So these 280 pins really do a great job. They mark out everything. Look, even if you want to get fun with the kids, you can contour it to your face to show you how precise it is. Yes, that is what I look like. But that's, I mean, just to show you, you can reset it time and time again. So whether it's angles, whether it's flooring, it makes the job go so much easier when you have the right tools.
Oh my gosh, and so many people are looking at this and saying, that makes perfect sense. Now I understand how they do that. And if you're doing a home project, how many of you are either buying too much material, you're not buying enough, you're making multiple trips back and forth to the home store because you keep making mistakes? Let's save you money because each one of those mistakes costs you. They're not taking your cut samples back, right? So, and you want to stop making all those trips to the store because, let's face it, you can only change your clothes so many times and wear sunglasses before they start to catch on who you are. So this is what it's all about. Don't miss out on this opportunity. This is very, very popular. In fact, tonight, 700 of these are out the door, 3 easy payments. And don't miss out on this opportunity. Sean, we're going to have you back in just a little while to make sure that things are laser level straight.